sale cuando sale ella, ¿eh? Pues tienes que hacer... Acaba la historia de Inazuma y hacer la de Shogun. Y ya está, ya te dejas hacer toda.
Y ya está.
Tienes que acabar la historia de Inazuma primero, hermana. Para poder hacerlas.
Perservadora, mírala. Qué mona.
Mira, Ganyu, te estoy viendo, Coco Cabra.
Yo estoy hablando con la cococabra.
Yo también. ¿Por qué estás haciendo de Ganyu?
Why did you come here?
Yo no hablo por la vez.
Mira, mira, Ganyu. Mira,
Humans
Ganyu.
should not remain in a realm of
Ganyu.
adepti for too long. Considering the kindness you have shown me, I can
Pero
let you
se hagan el
stay for
traje
the
nuevo.
Adeptus training. This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. Its goal is to help me feel like an
Perservadora
Adeptus
de
again.
Nubes.
The training is much to her signature style. I hope it won't make it seem like she is too unaware of the abilities of others.
Oh.
Is it difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. The power hidden within you is not inferior to mine. If you're ready, we shall begin the training.
Ojo. Tengo que hacer una prueba con Ganyu. ¡Hostia! Y me la ponen de golpe. Con Ganyu encima. Tengo que ir hasta allá. ¿Cómo se sube ahí? Ah, puntería. Hay que darle con el arco.
El Ganyu es de arco.
Se me había olvidado, ¿sabes? Una prueba de arco. ¿Y ahora qué? No te caigas, Ganyu, por Dios. ¿No me coges eso, Ganyu? Ahí sube, coño. Yo estoy con Ganyu. Es una prueba.
Pega con ella. La cococabra.
La Coco Cabra. ¿Qué arco me lleva la Coco Cabra? ¿Qué arco es este? No sé qué arco es. Pero me mola.
Yo lo asigno. Lo tiene aquí al lado.
¡Viva la Coco Cabra! No, desde aquí no llego, ¿verdad? Ah, pues sí que he llegado desde allí. Pero... a ver si no va a llegar. Sube, sube. Ganyu. Ahí, ahí. Ay, muy bien, Ganyu.
Y otro día tenemos que hacerlo el evento, ¿no?
Sí, cuando acabemos la legendaria de las nubes.
If you could see through the eyes of an Adeptus,
Bueno,
you
cuando la
wouldn't
pueda
be so
empezar yo,
surprised.
claro. Que estoy con la de Ganyu. Pero que creo que es hacer esto y ya me deja.
Restaurante.
¿Quieres darle como? Ahí. No te me caigas, por Dios. La legendaria de Ganyu al principio es un poco molesto, ¿eh? Mira, Perservadora no es. Ganyu, por Dios, que te caes.
Pues no te diga que no, la próxima vez que salga la de las nubes, tirar por ella.
Yo sí, le batirán la próxima vez que salga.
Es que es muy guapa.
Es mi favorita de los adeptus. Sí, yo la quiero, de hecho. Pasa que no va a tirarle ahora.
No, yo tengo asegurada la Chiori y se va a quedar con Chiori. Y esa tiraré si eso para la persona.
Yo igual.
We've completed the task. I agree. You possess many qualities similar to those of Adepti, despite having none of their blood.
Ganyu, what were you planning to do once your training was over?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by Cloud Retainer is only the first trial.
¡Hostia!
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
No hagáis la misión de Ganyu, es hacer pruebas.
No. The only Adeptus who can unlock my true potential is
Sí, la está viendo.
Who is it?
Conqueror of Demons.
Huh. So it's Shao.
Sí, oh.
That cold-hearted loner?
I found him unapproachable at first too, but I believe that being able to face him is an important part of my homecoming.
Oh.
He's already waiting for me. Come along if you're interested.
Ojo, como se le dan para agua alguna.
Of course we
Huh.
are. Let's go.
Ole. ¿Ya me vas a dejar? No, no me das. La tengo que hacer entera. La tengo que hacer entera.
Estofada de gemas deliciosa, ¿eh?
¿A dónde hay que ir ahora? Ah, aquí al lado. Un estofado.
Vale, y cómo se...
Necesitas los ingredientes.
No sé. ¿Para qué hay una cocina?
Estoy llorando. Yo voy a querer hacer la de Ganyu con Ganyu. Sí, hay una cocina por ahí, en los alrededores.
Aquí, aquí.
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
I'm sorry. I had a meeting with
Pues si llevas una
Cloud Retainer.
pairo.
Estofada de gemas.
I don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us.
Oye, oye,
I'm
bueno,
just helping you with your training.
Oh,
That's all.
tengo pa' justito
Shao
el
is such
estofado,
a
tengo
strict
pa'
Ojo.
teacher.
You're
Yo
neither
no
an
sé si lo tengo.
adeptus nor a
¿Qué hacer?
human, always treading the line between the two worlds. It must create a lot of confusion. Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
I have nothing to hide.
The body and the mind
Aquí hay
are
un sitio
one.
para pescar.
If something worries your
Joder.
mind, your body can help you find a solution.
pues márcalo.
The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Yes. I'm ready.
¡Ah! Que la misión de Ganyu es todo el rato con Ganyu. Ay, no me encanta.
We're way behind schedule.
The trial's begun.
Hostia.
Visita la Perservadora de
Yeah.
Nubes.
Even the weather's changed.
Ah, calla.
Espera que no se usa la Ganyu. ¿Cómo se usa? Es que me la están poniendo y no sé usarla. Pero bueno, sí. Muere, muere.
Access denied. We're way behind. Born of ice and frost. For Rex Lapis.
Cargar lápiz. Vamos, mata a los Ganyu.
Allow me.
Aquí hay un dominio.
Ojo.
Born of ice and frost.
No me maten a Ganyu, que se estoy viendo.
Blaze over. Next on the agenda.
Ojo. Hay que matar a 26 malomos.
No touching.
Me cago en nada.
Hold the line. Born of ice and frost.
¿Por qué la misión de Ganyu es todo pruebas? ¿Alguien me puede explicar?
tengo los planes.
Access denied.
Oye, me gusta Ganyu, ¿eh? ¿Me quieres que estoy probando?
I can fix this.
Los electro ahí.
Come on.
Epa,
Viene.
We're waiting.
Ganyu, por Dios.
For Rex Lapis. No touching.
Qué bien, luego voy a tener una guía en el día de mi hermano. Para hacer la misión. De una.
Next on the agenda.
¡Estoy volando!
Sí, volando, ha dicho.
Sí.
Vuela, vuela.
Access denied.
Dice ahí arriba. Ay, la leche. Vamos a mirar hasta arriba.
This is long
No sé.
overdue.
El señor la está haciendo corriendo,
Born
creo.
of ice and frost.
Yo como estoy con el Ganyu, pues no. A Barbie.
No touching.
He llegado con los planos.
Next on the agenda. Access denied.
No sé.
For Rex
No estoy haciendo esa.
Pobre me dice.
No touching. We're waiting.
Algún modo habrá. No te digo que no.
Born of ice and frost.
Mata al Ganyu.
He entrado.
Vamos. Pero no está haciendo el señor que te diga, ¿eh?
I've completed your trial.
You don't have to report back to me. Seeking other people's validation won't benefit your training. Only you can evaluate the result of this trial. You'll progress faster that way.
Understood.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
No hay nada para subir.
Que yo
From
bien,
tomorrow
¿no?
on, I'll start
Epa.
raising the difficulty of your training, so you'll have to...
¿Cómo que no? ¿Cómo que no?
I have to do what?
Another one of those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part of your training.
Pesky visitor? So even here there are those that Xiao can't deal with?
Oh.
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis! I've finally come upon the Adepti! Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain? Great!
¿Has
My
podido
name's
llegar o no,
Saint
hermana?
John. I
No
came
sé.
to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti. I beg of
Tiene
you,
que haber algo
please
para
grant me
llegar
luck,
ahí.
wealth, and a good career.
Si no, no me lo explico cómo se llega.
Pilgrim.
I am also one of the Adepti. You can say that I'm an Adeptus in training.
Perfect! I didn't come in vain then.
¿Ha llegado o
Although
no?
you sound a bit half-hearted.
No, no he
doesn't
llegado,
matter.
pero me ha abierto una
What
cosa.
blessings can you grant me?
Ojo.
Wow, straight to the point, huh?
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help every pilgrim for free.
La que habrá liado.
For free? Do you mean that you charge people for the blessings of the Adepti?
Pero esto me deja aquí.
That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that everything should be earned through hard work and earnest living. It would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted for no reason.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man, always nagging me.
Your father must have experienced it firsthand. The lives of the common folk are riddled with hardships. but are also full of joy. A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing
¿Estás
after
viendo por
fairy
un
tales.
árbol?
Sí.
Are you a real adeptus? Why do you speak and behave like us city folk?
Cago en
You
todo,
sure
me
you're
tira
not
pa'
one of
abajo.
those swindlers who poses an
Mira, no,
adeptus
no,
to cheat people
Bueno.
out of their money?
Pues no tengo esto, señores. Ustedes mismos.
Sí.
Hago el coque y me sentí larón, porque me echaron hacia afuera.
Mira, ve un poco. Allá
Enough.
arriba, lejos.
Doesn't matter if you're a real adeptus or
Naruto.
not. You're useless. I'm leaving.
Pero ¿qué dices? No te puedes.
Nobody's stopping you.
Cofre, cofre.
Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your mood.
Ya se me cae todo para abajo, güey. Aquí no hay nada más.
It's not his behavior. The things he
Oye,
said,
en el micro.
he was right.
Coño, subir
I
allá,
thought
tío.
that coming back to Jueyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make me feel like an adeptus again. But being questioned by him made me realize that But I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an adeptus,
Decía, descansa, descansa.
Bueno,
¿Cómo subo de
True,
aquí, la señora?
just believe us.
tiene que haber algo, si no, no me lo explico.
all right.
Sí, algo tiene
I'll
que
go
haber.
with you to
pero
Liyue
no,
Harbor.
sí, no lo veo.
That said,
No sé, es
I
que yo
still
tampoco lo
trust my
veo.
initial
Estoy mirando
judgment.
tú y esto y no...
If I'm proven right, I'll return to Jueyun Karst once again.
It's a step in the right direction. Let's go.
¿A dónde quieren subir?
Hostia, al otro lado.
No. Lo que
Vamos el coque, que no es el hack.
no quería hablar esto. Ya me deja hacerla y no acaba la de Ganyu.
Mentira, te un poquito.
Pero que acaba la de Ganyu ya no baja la media, ¿no?
traveling. I don't mind where we go.
Qué mentira, te un tóxico.
Ala.
Estoy intentando ver cómo subimos ahí arriba, que no tengo ni idea.
Epa, 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 epa.
Madre.
¿Y en lo de leer no te pone algo?
Tan fácil que está.
¿Por qué no se lo dices?
Pero
Entonces-
una referencia.
¿Y
I'm still...
estás con lo de los planos o qué?
We're almost there.
No, mira.
Turn back
que
now,
queda para
do
abajo.
you?
¿Qué ha liado?
I suppose you have a point. It would be quite
Bueno, es que
impolite of
también
me
no
to leave
sé-
the two of you now.
That's right. Where do you want to go first then?
Ah, no, es porque
I've spent too much
había
time
alguna
in the
cosa que tenías que
mountains.
desbloquear antes ahí que llegué ahí.
The first thing that comes to
Parece
my mind is the
tendría que
sea.
ver cómo lo tiene ella.
Let's go for a walk in the port.
Porque yo solo llegué y miré hacia arriba y
Happy to come with.
Como que mira hacia arriba ahí.
donde están los planos
Pues explícale, ¿eh?
y vi que tenía que subir y
Mira hacia
subí
arriba,
a
hermana. Hermana, mira hacia arriba.
escalé la roca hasta la más alta
Es que la roca es lo más
y ahí,
alto.
y ahí estaba la subida, pero no sé
Joder.
si
Pues
Sí,
a mí
alguien tiene.
no sé nada.
comparte pantalla y subir
Está en directo.
en directo.
Sí, está en directo.
Bajo el cocaína, ese no es el hash. Y ahora estoy en el pilar ahí.
Es que solo tengo un rayo. Editaré. No. Ay, no están los otros.
The sound of the waves
Entonces,
in this
hermana,
familiar
toca
port.
fotos de la legendaria de
The
Ganyu y
smell
la
of
de
the
la
sea
Nubes, ¿no?
breeze makes me nostalgic.
Ganyu, you didn't
Oye,
leave
el
me
Mike.
there for that long. Why do you look so moved?
¡Feliz
Well,
Navidad!
I used to be so busy. I haven't taken a stroll around here in a long time.
Es que no quiero dejar a mitad la de Ganyu, ya que la he empezado.
Why do you seem to be working all the time?
Well, When I think about my time here, I spent most of it behind a desk filing
No
documents.
sé,
It put me in a certain mood, similar to the one I felt during my training in Juyun Karst, in fact.
Is that? It is! It's Lady Ganyu.
Lady Ganyu.
I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here. You were always so terribly busy.
Hermana, tienes que subir a lo más alto. Va a ser más alto. Búscalo.
si te das
Allow me to
cuenta,
introduce Uncle
en
Tien.
los más altos hay
He
un
is...
rayo. Pero solo hay
Ojo.
uno, y necesito
That's
dos o
all
tres.
right. Just
Pues
tell
habrá
the
que
truth.
desbloquearlos, me
They have
imagino.
done so much for Leo after all, and I am the one who has yet to introduce myself.
Uncle Tien is a member
Ves por
of
todas las
the
montañas, a ver.
the Tienshu.
¿Esto qué es?
What? This grandpa is a member of the Chising? The same rank as Ningguang?
Hush
Right.
now. I must ask for your discretion concerning my identity. Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life. I have no wish to be followed around
Hermana,
by
ves
those
por todas las
old
montañas, a
gods.
ver. Algo tiene que haber por ahí.
In most people's eyes,
No, I see
I'm
that.
just a forgetful and wordy old man.
Uncle Tien is too modest. He's been around for a long time. There...
Bueno, qué susto me doy, cofre, me cago en la leche.
What an
Cuando se vio arriba,
to
me salió mi
receive
cofre.
such high
Joder.
praise from Lady Ganyu herself. I guess I must have done something right over the last, however many decades.
Uncle Tien, please. A person of your standing should really stop calling me Lady Ganyu.
Ojo.
My apologies. It's not intentional, just a habit from my younger days. Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position in the Chising.
Oh, so you've been friends for many decades now.
Oh,
Entonces me veo mañana haciendo otra vez la misión, ¿no?
Secretary. It's nothing worthy of your gratitude.
Talking about secretaries, I don't know if I should bring it up. Ganyu, I believe you know my daughter, Huisin. She seems to be a bit
¿Qué rayos?
troubled recently.
¿Ha hecho qué rayos?
Yes, she works at Yua High Pavilion and she's my junior.
Traje donde
How
tu
can I help
madre.
her?
I don't know myself, really. She's all grown up now and doesn't like to ask for my help. May I trouble you to meet her at UAI Pavilion? She just needs a bit of guidance.
With pleasure. Solving the Chising's problems has always been in my job description.
She's back in character, just like that, huh? Let's move then to Yuhai Pavilion.
Vamos, Meritzel. Tú puedes, Meritzel.
De hecho, me dice que puedes. ¡Hostia! Me mandan a la misión de... para que me traigan ayuda la de las nubes. Pues empieza a hablar de las nubes. Es esta, ¿no? Bien.
¿Y todas las nubes?
Voy a empezar a hablar de las nubes. Tengo las misiones a mitad. Me las piden cada una para...
Hay que subir a la...
Hermana, que la empiezo. Me va a matar.
Ah, me pasó de... Pasó de largo.
El barrio de Cordantes.
Mírala. La perservadora de nubes ahí.
Here we are, right outside her place. Do you still remember the first time we came here? We even brought offerings and everything. And when we told her that Rex Lapis had
¿Cuándo
been
llega ese punto,
assassinated,
hermana? Porque
she
acabo de
immediately
empezar.
threatened to squash
Ay.
Liyue
Y
Harbor.
después
Paimon thought she'd be
de
impossible to
hacer
get
el
along with.
plato,
But now that we've spent
Vale.
some time
A ver
together,
si lo veo yo.
it's really not like that at all. We probably don't need to bring any offerings now that we've gotten to know her.
O sea, eso es para hacer el plato, ¿no? Vale.
Still, Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so if she really
Para hablar
wants
con
something, we
ella un
can just
momento y
use
te
that.
mandará por los planos.
Vale.
Traveler, did something catch your eye?
Cocaína, ese no es
What
el
a
maíz.
pretty lady. Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer?
Hmm.
Yeah, you're right. All it takes is
Pobre
one look and you can tell
Merichen.
she's someone special. As expected of that bird lady, really. She must have a whole bunch of Adepti friends from all over the country. Okay, but if we're both friends of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up? Helping you make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide. Paimon's got this.
Ajo y cocaína, ese no es la cocaína.
Joder.
Paimon is Paimon! Paimon doesn't think we've met,
Vamos,
but we're also
Pagoche.
friends of Cloud Retainer.
Joder.
May we have the pleasure of learning your name, Madam Adeptus?
You two... What is this tomfoolery? Has this shift in form so clouded your eyes that you no longer...
Hostia, Perservadora no es cabreada.
Cocaína, ese no es el maíz.
Huh? You're the illuminated bird? But you look human. How did that happen?
Mira por los alrededores, hermana, igual encuentras algo, ¿eh?
Test of one's abilities. As for your
Igual
confusion,
encuentras algo,
one
¿eh?
merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations.
Yo solo le digo que vaya
So,
mirando.
you're
Ya sé,
indulging
hija.
now because...
Well, one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor. Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a
No
way
hay
to make matters
camino,
less
está ocupada el
conspicuous.
tiradón.
You?
Joder.
Worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere
Ya
all over the
entiendo.
place.
Como
Think
que
of several examples.
nunca habían
Like
subido
last
ahí
year,
hace...
when you suddenly appeared on the top of a roof without any warning. Or...
Yo hace milenios que hice eso de los rayos. y eso.
Ah, que tiene que hacer unos rayos, hermana, le está diciendo el señor.
Por lo que dice ella, que anda buscando unos rayos. Que no sé
Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
Oh,
qué es lo que yo
so you
pienso
have
de-
taken care to follow the
Okay,
proper
so-
rules of etiquette after all. Most commendable.
¿Qué, qué estafa es esta?
No
Well,
vamos a ir a
this is all Paimon's got. You don't
Hija,
mind,
hija,
right?
hija.
One has never
Oye,
found
oye,
oneself
oye.
lacking in basic comforts. On the contrary, it is the
Hermana,
gesture that
unos
one
rayos,
values
dice el
above all
señor.
else. So long as
Sí,
you've shown
claro.
proper respect
Tengo
and
uno del 3 o
consideration,
del 4.
the quantity or
Pues
quality
habrá que buscar los
is but a
demás.
trivial matter.
¿No tienes la misión? Igual es una misión.
Paimon
Digo, yo
feel a
pregunto.
little guilty for trying to keep them for herself. Anyway, right. So by disciples,
todo
you
bien,
must mean
man.
Ganyu and Shenhe. It's also been a while since we last saw them. Maybe we can
Pero
go
haciendo-
too.
One
Se me ha
planned to
quedado
extend the
primero.
invitation even if you had not raised the matter yourself.
Pues mira a ver si está la
Shanghai
misión.
Ganyu should
Igual
be
es una
quite
misión de
pleased
mundo.
to see you again. However, one would first inquire as to the reason behind your visit here. You have cause to seek one's company?
Yeah, we just found ourselves missing you and wanted to see how you were doing. We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories. Who knew we'd run into your human form while we were at it?
Ascender a las nubes se decía.
Is that so?
Hacer una
If
reverencia
there are
sobre
no
las
urgent
3
matters at
montañas.
hand,
El sol,
then
la
let us
luna y
make
las
haste for
estrellas
Liyue
brillaban.
Pues tienes que ir a las 3
Ganyu
montañas.
is likely still working at Yue High Pavilion, so that shall be our
Pero
first
¿cómo
stop.
pasa una reverencia?
Sounds great. Then let's
Pues
all
creo
go
que hay
there.
estatuas por ahí, creo. Y hay que moverlas. No sé si es eso.
Ay, niña, o sea, ¿qué se hacen? Ay,
Ganyu
pues,
has been
será-
quite busy with work as of late. One can count on one talon the number of times she returns to Mount Altsong each year.
Vale, creo que ya suena. A ver si llega la
Que
abeja.
llegue, que llegue. Yo estoy a ver si llego a ese punto.
They think one was so easily
Oye,
mollified.
soy yo,
One
Perservadora,
shall
no se
investigate
queja mucho.
everything with one's own eyes and decide for
Sí, sí,
oneself
claro.
if their living conditions are satisfactory.
Porque madre mía, qué carácter.
Oye, en el mic.
We're almost at Way Pavilion. Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud Retainer like this? Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go?
Los barrios de colgante, porque Pilarón desapareció Pilarante.
Why are you standing there, Cloud Retainer?
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You two can go and meet with
El
her.
micro.
Que hay otra, que hay
Ojo,
otra.
ojo. Ha conseguido, ha conseguido.
If one were to proudly
Ah, sí,
proclaim
esas
one's
figuras,
business,
¿no?
Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied
tengo
and drop
dos.
everything to attend to
Ole,
one's
pues
visit.
falta otra.
One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost
O sea,
time.
son las figuras que te he
One
dicho,
does
¿no?
not wish
Son
to
las
trouble
aves,
her.
sí, son las aves.
Conversing vicariously via
Ahora tengo
you
un
two
micro
should
machine.
suffice. Do
Oye,
remember
del
to
micro
inquire as
machine.
to her recent well-being. Again, do not mention one's presence here.
Fair enough, makes sense. Alright then, we'll just pass on your regards and...
El tema que me andó con el gato, ¿no?
O sea, tenía sin hacer las figuras. Hostia.
Oh, busted.
No, para la otra.
Is that lady
Voy a
someone you
parar
know,
aquí.
Miss Ganyu?
She is indeed.
A ese lado.
I'm sorry, Huixin, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe my schedule today is quite full. Although, perhaps I could move some
Pues la
work to
figura no
later in
estará
the
tan
evening.
lejos. En alguna montaña estará.
Not to worry, Miss Ganyu. I'll make the
Sí,
necessary
creo que se
arrangements
está
right
dando,
away.
se falta.
Thank you, Huixin.
Bien.
¿A quién?
It's been a while, Ganyu. Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some time since I last saw you in this form.
Ah,
Nada
muy
por la
bueno.
You are quite
El
mistaken.
fantasma sin fantasma.
One is not acquainted with this cloud retainer of whom you speak. One
Ah,
is
oye, en el
simply
mic.
a
Joder.
mere mortal passerby.
Huh? Seems she's not buying it.
Pago de
That was
cocaína, ese no es el
But a
mic.
simple test. One did not expect you to be able to recognize
Joder.
one so easily,
Yeah.
especially after so many years of
Yo no sé,
only
yo
seeing
tengo
one
las
other
figuras
form.
esas, no me acuerdo.
Ah, muy bien.
Seguramente no.
Eso seguramente no.
No.
Ah,
Esta,
no.
But recognizing you is, my responsibility as your disciple.
Deja.
Efa, efa, efa. No.
An apt
Que se me caiga ya,
observation.
ya.
One was
Alright,
simply
todas,
passing by while
alright,
attending
todas.
to some important
No.
business. One thought it would only be
Ah,
fitting
qué
to pay you a visit
rabia.
while in the area.
Wait, Paima wasn't aware of any important...
Que no más colegio.
Cloud Retainer's
Efa,
right.
efa.
We've still got something
Ay, yo tengo
super
que sacar el
important
maroma.
to do, so we can't stay here for too long today. Oh, is that so?
Guau,
But it's been
ya,
so
ya,
long since we
espérate.
last
No.
saw each other.
Efa,
Micro
efa.
machine.
One simply desired to see you and had
Ah,
no
okay,
intention of
okay.
interrupting your work.
Hola,
Quick
José
conversation
Felipe.
should suffice for today. A more involved
Oh.
reunion should wait until you find yourself less occupied.
I understand. That should be fine.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest. Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm to your body. It still makes one
La
nostalgic
Ganyu es
to
mi
see
taza
you
de
as you
estos.
are now, respected and independent. When you were young,
Ay,
you oft
sí.
begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you suffered from nightmares.
No estoy con Ganyu.
Cloud Retainer! Stop!
Y ahora estoy en el mic.
If you insist. We are running
Yeah.
short on time regardless, so one will
Ahora sí,
refrain from
vamos
going
a-
into each and every story. Why don't you continue your conversation? One shall simply stand by and listen.
Ya te vi.
Ojo, 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 ojo.
El Bobby, no, ese no es el
Wow.
Bobby.
You've been to so many new places since the
Ay,
last
ya,
time
ya,
we
eso me
spoke.
parece.
If you ever need anything,
Vamos.
please just come find me at your high
Hola.
pavilion.
Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer, but if you plan to continue appearing in this form, don't you think it'd be helpful to adopt a human name?
A human name?
Ah, que eligen el nombre ahora.
Considering the sheer extent of one's renown, Cloud Retainer is
Que
surely
Ganyu
too
elige el nombre de la
recognizable
persona
as
de
name.
Nubes en humana.
You really think so? Not that you're not
Es que estoy
famous or
leyendo.
anything, but
Y ahora estoy en el Micro Machine.
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible.
Senyun.
El tiempo.
Nevertheless, Ganyu's advice cannot be
Ole.
ignored. From this point on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Shenyun.
Canyon?
Ah, I assume that's a
Denme
reference to
segundos
the full
extra.
record of Pristine Pavilion. An adeptus of years past
¿Y ahora
would
qué?
rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and unfettered. The writer referenced
Micro
Master's name to describe her
Machine, lo
carefree and spontaneous nature.
tengo. Lo he
Oh,
logrado.
that sounds super
Y ahora pasa al otro.
Paimon feels like only the most powerful of adepti could
Estoy
rise
arriba,
from the
estoy
clouds and
arriba.
rest with the moon.
Ole.
Hay cofres arriba, ¿no?
Actually, those lines
Tío.
were originally written to describe Cloud
Bueno, no te
Retainer
desvíes ahí arriba,
herself.
pero-
Huh? Wait, so you're really that
La
powerful?
garza.
And what
Con
of
el
it?
pájaro.
Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of
Ay, yo
bigger
soy con
than
el
average
pájaro.
size?
Completado.
Exactly.
To be
Completado.
fair, Cloud Retainer
libros de
rarely
ellos,
speaks of her
tres
past
libros.
accomplishments. The tales of her
20.000
past can
de oro.
only be found in ancient texts.
Qué guay, tío.
It is
Está ahí
said that
arriba, ¿sabes,
once,
tío?
a
Ole.
long, long time ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes, while others
Perservadora
spent
de
day
noche.
and night praying to the Adepti. Although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it is
Ala,
enough
y
to gain a
mejor de-
visceral understanding of all the pain and desperation during that time. On top of the drought, a noxious
salido.
gas also began to spread through the land.
Joder.
If not for Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of Liyue would be nothing more than a barren wasteland today.
Eso sí, mía.
The books had this to say about what happened. Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Immediately, the clouds gathered together, and
Ahora estoy
abundant
en
rain
el
burst forth
evento.
from the
Ya
heavens.
pasé 3,
Drought
4,
and plague were
5.
both driven away, and the people were saved.
¿Hay algún problema si me termino el evento?
A ver si me termino el evento, pero si no estás con el evento aún.
Mortal records add
Camilo,
embellishments to
cabello, ya.
dramatize past events. One did
Pero
merely
si aún
the
estamos
one.
con la misión, ¿no?
And even if one had not interceded,
Pero
Pero
tengo
que
que-
the other Adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Even so, you
Ya salí
stopped
del
the
dominio, ya
entire
no me hace
drought.
nada. Tengo que
Can
hacer
you really control the weather like the book
No,
said?
reventadora de nubes.
Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you. So it was
Como
Paimon's
una cosa
bad for
por
calling you
opinar.
Illuminated Bird before. You're not too mad,
Joder.
are you?
Ya tienes el tutorial, ya
How
sabes cómo
laughable.
usar.
A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be
Tengo
offended by
solamente
such a
One
trivial
para
matter?
visitar a Shenhe.
Senge.
In that case, Paimon will continue to call you
mierda.
whatever feels right in the moment.
Well, that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her workplace? And what, pray tell, of her monthly remuneration? Moreover, does she find herself
Shenhe es la
overly
mejor.
inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
Ah, ya tengo
That
las
is
diarias.
a lot of questions.
Ole.
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer.
Que no
I
encuentro-
introduced Shenhe to her employer personally. Wanmin Restaurant's business has been booming recently. So, with Chef Mao being swamped with customers, and Shangling still off and out in search of new recipes, I introduced Shenhe to staff the restaurant.
Oye.
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family.
No digas eso de mi
Shangling is
querida.
kind and astute, while
de mi
her
querida
father
de-
is
de
loyal
Nubes.
and reliable.
Oye,
One has
como se
no
mete con
cause to believe that
Chori,
they will
lo
make Shenhe's
reviento,
work difficult.
Bueno.
Now, it is almost time to partake in the victuals of noon. One shall visit Wanmin restaurant in person and see how
Que lo
Shenhe is doing.
reviente.
But didn't you just say that you had something important to do?
Cuando salga te dice.
Can that
Cuando
wait
salga
until
te digo,
after we
dice.
leave her?
Se va a meter seguro.
You may return to your work, Ganyu. One shall see to this matter on one's own.
Sí,
There will
sí,
be
sí,
many
sí.
occasions
Se va a
to dine
meter con
together in
ella.
the future.
Lo veo
One
venir.
is certain the opportunity shall present itself most
¿Se
readily.
mete con Navia? Ah,
Of
bueno.
course, Cloud Retainer.
Cuando no
Please
le
take
explico
care.
cómo caes mal.
Bueno.
Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you some other time.
Malo.
See you around, Ganyu.
Oh, ¿qué hay con usted? Es un... ¿Qué tal, no?
Shenhe, Shenhe, ven
It's pretty
conmigo,
good of the
Shenhe.
uptake there, don't you think?
Shenhe.
As soon as you mentioned
Mira la
important
sexy
business
Shenhe.
to attend to,
Sexy
I
Shenhe.
realized that you...
Tremendo
No,
zurdo,
me
sí.
quedo.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Hostia, Shenhe.
How can I not? Not even
Why,
fine
that's
food is enough to
ridiculous.
distract from the presence of a fine lady, eh?
I'm
It's
far
so
more interested in getting her
sexy.
details than ordering any dishes. Hey,
Ew.
how about you ask her?
You do it.
No. I think you should.
Traveler
Wait.
Paimon.
She's coming.
Shenhe, dame un
What can I
beso.
get for you today?
Mira, Shenhe.
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to...
Siéntate en conversa, ¿dónde le siento?
What would you like to order?
No, está bien. No está...
2 servings of more meat to go. Good chat. Bye.
Y ahora estoy en el mic.
Yo también estoy con Shenhe, mírala. Shenhe.
No, ¿con quién?
Welcome. It's been a while. May I take your order?
Don't welcome us as guests and greet us
Yeah,
as old
that's
friends in
alright.
the same line. It's
¿Por qué?
And
Yo
this
no estoy
is?
con Shenhe.
Yo
this
sí.
is Miss
¿Qué haces con
Shinhe.
Shenhe, Pilarón?
Estoy con Shenhe ya.
Master?
¿Por qué?
Después de hablar con Ganyu.
¿Cómo que fue hablar con
One
Ganyu?
does not
Sí.
recall ever revealing this form to
¿Y
you
el dominio de la
before.
Perservadora qué?
How were you able to
No me ha
ascertain
saltado.
one's true identity?
Ya lo tenía
¿Cómo?
hecho.
Ease?
Ya lo tenía hecho
I've
hace
trained
tiempo.
and lived with Master for more
¡Qué
than 10 years.
mentirosa!
I would
Sí.
recognize you no matter what form you take.
Si lo tengo grabado y todo.
You.
Is something
¿No
the
lo
matter?
teníais hecho? ¿En serio?
No,
Hardly.
estoy en
One
ello.
simply learned
Ni el
of your
señor
employment
tampoco,
from your
qué
leader
raro.
and came to check
Yo
on
sí.
your well-being.
And check out the great food, too.
Indeed. It's almost lunchtime. My
Okay.
apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very long.
O sea, me toca pasarte el dominio, ¿no, hermana?
Well, if it isn't the traveler in Paimon, are you here for Shenhe? The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So I've got things covered for now. Go ahead.
Yo estoy ya
sit
con
down and enjoy
Shenhe.
some time with your friends. I'll let you know if things
¡Qué
pick up.
mentirosa!
Thank you,
Pues
Chef
sí.
Mao.
Nos caes mal.
Siéntate y conversa con Shenhe. ¿Dónde está Shenhe? Shenhe.
Cállense, cállense todos.
Ay, yo cállense en todos. Mira, Shenhe. Ahí falta Ganyu.
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most
Benévolo.
reasonable and accommodating human. Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been
Yenka,
difficult for you,
Yenka.
Shenhe?
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
Pero usa Bárbara. Ponte para que te vaya curando.
So by dealing with them, you mean...
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence. At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
Oh, how should Paimon put this?
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you integrate so well into human society.
And you, Master? How have you been?
O sea, al final estoy más adelante que mi hermana y lo empezó más tarde.
Song has so immensely enjoyed your presence recently.
Cállate,
One
Pilarón.
has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
Estoy intentando ayudar a mi hermana.
Oh,
Ya
just
estoy
as
viendo cómo
expected
pelea.
of Master.
De hecho, cómo usar los personajes.
Ay,
I have missed
sí.
Master quite a bit too.
Chú.
Even though work has been busy lately,
No.
I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time off soon to visit Master.
Vamos a tener que matar ese slime. ¿Qué es lo
You
que-
did?
La ciencia.
Do make note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a need to keep
Slime.
one in suspense.
Whoa. Her mood shot up just like that.
By the
Solo
way,
tienes que matar ese slime.
Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Ganyu?
Yo no sé qué
Indeed.
hizo.
She is similarly preoccupied
Ojo,
with her
ojo,
work.
ojo.
There was time only to exchange a few simple pleasantries.
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name.
Mucho
It was
texto, mucho
amazing.
texto.
We never knew how powerful she was before.
Oh.
I see.
Electrocutan solos.
In that case, allow me to also share a story about Master's past.
Oh,
Epa, epa, epa.
Is that a problem, Master?
No
I believe
llevo.
this to be a good topic of
Oh.
conversation.
no, not a problem.
Ah, tío, ya
One was
está,
simply
mira.
caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest. In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her
Madre mía.
devices in the race. Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
Huh. What kind of device was it?
Epa, epa, epa.
It was a mechanical
No sé por
vehicle
qué, pero
made
bueno.
out of iron. What was it called again?
Porque como lo he fallado.
An
Ah.
electro-powered bicycle?
No se
Oh,
calla.
you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only be infused with adeptal energy, and it can
ya,
cover thousands
preservativa.
of miles in one day.
Preservativa lo ha dicho.
It boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion.
También Paimona.
Though he sprinted with all his might, he could barely keep up. Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory, when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch.
Eso pasa por no tener alguna
Truly
misión.
a most
Eso creo que era de
unfortunate
mundo,
turn of
¿no?
events. Anyway, do go on, Shenhe.
De mundo, no.
Master, that was the end of that story.
Yo ni sabía que la tenía hecha.
With you gone, one has seldom felt the
Seguro que
desire
te
to
la
call
hice yo,
upon those
otra
old
imagen.
No,
fossils
la
from
tengo
other
yo. Si la tengo
contexts.
grabada.
What
Otra
is a
vez.
race
No es
without
cierto, no es
spectators,
cierto.
after all?
Ahora que la estaba
Have
mirando
you
por
been
ahí.
lonely, Master?
Lonely? Huh. At one's age,
Ya,
entire
voy con el
human
Furino ahora.
generations come and go in the
Furino.
blink of an eye.
¿Ya está el otro con el
Even
evento?
one's own self-directed musings can span several days and nights. Tis a
Purino.
most
Pues yo voy a
fooling
esperar a mi
sentiment.
hermana, la
Mere
verdad.
mention of it is preposterous.
Ay, sí.
Mm-hmm.
What is the reason for that look upon your
Pero mi
face?
hermana.
It's nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning
El
the rain
maestro
and
Machine.
everything.
Es el
But
maestro,
all
el
it
maestro
took was a
Machine.
few words out of your mouth and it's like you're back to being that illuminated bird again. I was just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real Cloud Retainer?
To me, they are both, Master. One is the Master that's widely revered by the people, while the
Madre mía,
other is the
conseje.
Master that I respect and adore.
One finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most
No
extravagant
me
nature.
cambia. Oh, madre.
¿Por qué no le
chose to
cambia?
exalt one with your words.
¿No le va
Yet you
mal?
refuse to
Epa,
grace
epa, epa.
Mount Outsong with your presence for any extended
Ahora me
period of
cambia.
time.
Mira, sí, me-
One would almost
Epa,
question
epa,
the
epa.
sincerity of your estimations.
Mira, más tarde cambiando.
This is not
Hold
to
on.
say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a
Mira,
single
oye, en el
ideal.
mic.
Eschew all action and abide by no rule. One does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see fit. Yet one places little weight in such judgments.
She got like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple? And it's as if her ego is about to burst.
Do you have any empty
¿Y
tables?
esto qué era el juego?
¿Dónde diablos?
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
¿Qué quiere? Sí.
I'm hearing more guests come in.
Okay,
I should
Mata.
get back to work.
Alright, good luck with the lunchtime rush, Shenhe.
Pajitas.
I'll try my best.
No. ¿Pero ahí? ¿Con sopa?
So much yummy food!
Primero con la comida, anda aquí.
¿Eh?
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors. The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left
Yo toco el
one
furino.
more than satisfied. In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration. One has already begun to conceptualize the next generation of supreme cuisine machines.
Everything's so
¿Por qué no te cambian los
tasty.
personajes?
A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
I'm sorry, miss, but
Va a ser internet.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny?
But it smells so delightful.
¿Qué pasa?
Can we really not eat here? My poor legs can't go on for much longer.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Okay, I'll ask around.
Madame Ping.
Madame Pink.
Madame Pinga. Vamos a ver a Mérito.
No sabe Merit. Está con el dominio ese.
Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so... Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
¿Qué pasa?
Great!
Efa, efa, efa.
My name is Shuyu, and this is my granny, Yuendai.
A ver, si Camille tu boque.
Granny?
Y ahí verá una mano, no me sale así. Mérito.
Yep. Is there something wrong with that?
Publicidad.
Publicidad ha dicho.
No, Paimon's just a
Vamos a
bit
sacar el comercial de
surprised.
seguido.
She looks so young. Yeah, a lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears.
Teléfono. Sacaste de la boca.
Granny, why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
Have
No.
we met before?
Pollo.
Tis a fated meeting then. Please, take a seat.
Uy, cocaína, ese no es el
What would you
hub.
like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
I want braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
No.
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu.
Ya es el final.
Braised earthworms?
Pero si está en el final.
Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that? Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Need any help? Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny? Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always
Mira,
saying
esta persona de Nubes.
confusing. Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately, I even have to remind her who I am every morning.
Ya la ha pasado, ole.
It's just me and Granny now.
Espérate de aquí la preservadora.
Una preservadora.
Te va a correr de ahí ahora, te voy a decir que te laves.
But that's okay, don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times.
O sea, me quejaba yo que tenía misiones y vosotros también teníais. Ah, bueno.
You're really tough for your age, kid.
Madre mía.
You're too kind.
And me? Oh, what about me?
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle.
Ah, porque está la nueva, va a tirar por la nueva que te he dicho.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. Wait, what was that really important thing again? Ah, I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her...
O sea, ya te falta lo de Senge, ¿no, hermana? Y ya está, ¿no?
That sounds
No,
so
¿qué hice?
How come you never told me about it before?
No sé, yo estoy en lo de Senge
It
aún.
was just a dream, so I forgot
Yo
about
estoy en el
it.
Turino.
But
Yo
I'm in a
toco el
good
Furino.
mood now, and somehow I remembered it again. Ah,
No, y ahora aquí,
no.
cuando
I
acabo, claro.
believe I've had this dream a great many times.
No sé, me va a
Baja
retrasar el
comer.
directo, no... Está cargando el...
Now that I do not remember.
Ya está, ¿no?
No,
Voy a ver la
A
misión.
reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you?
De ahí te va a mandar a la
That sounds
conciencia.
spooky. Does that
Ah,
mean
ya va lo de Senge, pues.
A comer con Shinge.
Va a comer con Senge.
La
Unlikely.
preservativa.
Her eyes are clear and her breathing
Preservativa.
remains calm and level. One sees no signs
Ya
of
este fue el
possession.
Turino.
Are you sure?
1.0, ¿no?
Who do you take me for? Is one
¿Qué ha
not
dicho?
an adept? Am I not an expert?
Animo 2.0.
You're right. I
Ah,
almost
sí.
forgot you're the expert. In that case,
Igual.
do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me. But not as I am now. My younger self.
A younger version of Granny? This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave the situation to me.
Ya va con Senge.
Sure?
Qué mona.
Chu.
So,
No,
what are
con
your
Mona no,
names?
con Shinge.
Paimon's Paimon.
Just Shenyun is fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to
No
help.
miedo, ha dicho.
First, I'm sorry for asking,
You?
but, how do you
Me
want
da
us to
miedo la
pay you back?
bisectriz.
No
I'll
sé.
give you in payment for this.
Mónaca, Mónaca.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. But Miss Shenyun, what exactly can we do to help out this granny? All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
That is
A la
elementary.
bisectriz.
Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
Mira, se lo junta con él.
Sounds like a plan.
Ya ves.
Places you went to when you were young?
Why, of course I do. The heavens above, the earth
Ah,
below,
porque es
the
Mona.
wispy clouds, and the emerald
¿Y eso?
mountain streams.
La gente que dice en la moto, ¿qué?
That is a no.
Porque subes ahí ya por la
I
puerta.
have an idea. Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster. If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something. A martial arts heroine? Oh, Shinto knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows
No,
about the heroes of the
no,
past, it's
que llega el furino. Me cago en.
the Feywild Commerce Guild.
Acaban de nombrar al furino.
Are you leaving already? But I'm still hungry.
I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Streetward Rambler? Oh, you mean Madam Ping!
Precisely. Let us meet at Eugene Terrace once you are ready.
Ah, no, pues la misión aún sigue. No. Entonces, hermana, hay que dejarla aquí, ¿no? ¿Ha dicho?
Vamos, Purina.
Vamos, Purina.
Me calla.
Ah, estoy en el mic.
No sé, le pregunto a mi madre y no ha respondido.
¿De qué?
Que si dejamos la misión ahí.
¿Ya se va a dormir o
Sí,
qué?
yo por lo menos.
Entonces la paro, ¿no?
Que hoy sí, que hoy tengo una cosita nueva, joder, y no para de